Hello, look at the stream. I have no idea how well you can hear me. I don't have, hang on, let me get myself there. Is this me? Yeah, but it's way too big. Let's make me tiny. For fun. What did I do? Flipped it sideways, and I never flipped the art while I was making it because I was dumb back then. So it looks weird from that side. There. That's big enough for you guys, right? So yeah, we're gonna be a PNG tuber today. Why can't I... What the hell? Oh, I accidentally was moving a separate image right then. That didn't actually exist. Okay, so you guys need BGM. There are not many of you here, but that's fine. I kind of guessed that would be the case. Is anybody watching who can tell me how the volume is? Because my normal mic stand is, right now it's a webcam stand. So we've got this going on. Just so that my mic is, like, held up, you know? I forgot I was gonna wear gloves. Not that it really matters, but, like, you know. It'll be more aesthetically pleasing, I think. These gloves have cat hair on them. So much of my stuff has cat hair on it. So we'll see how, if I end up really needing the friction and stickiness of skin for this. Otherwise, gloves it is. They go all the way up to my arm. I forgot what that kind of... I think that maybe is called opera gloves. I don't know. I forgot. Anyway. Putting the other one on. So much cat hair. Yeah, how's the volume, guys? Yeah, both gloves on now. What is that on the end? I think those are skin cells from... Yeah. There's skin cells from scratching my forehead. That's a little gross. Why am I molting? Anyway. Let me... there's gonna be a new BGM. There we go. I can't hear it. I should probably listen to it for myself for a moment as well to make sure it's the correct thing. That is going... I forgot to plug in my headphones. Good thing it was that I played and not something like some copyrighted music. So yeah, we'll be using this for BGM today. Now, I also have this. It's a new flavor I have not tried called Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red. Freaky Moose Walker, thank you for this resubscription. I swear to God, it's every 2 weeks I get this. It's every 4 weeks, actually. You were close, but not quite. Anyway, yeah. It's this stuff. It's called Ultra Fantasy Ruby Red. I have not tried it before. So we'll find out about that together. I'm not sure how much I like that. Time acceleration because of stupid monster. That's kind of rude of the monster. Ah, if I rub my hands together, you hear that? Ah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I got these gloves like years ago, and I've never worn them. Actually, I was specifically Halloween time when I did. I know because I got them at Spirit Halloween. Anyway. Let me quickly get myself some music going. There we are. Okay. So. Shut up, you really don't care. Not that you really don't care, but that I really don't care. Thank you for telling me what I care about. I needed that. So we're gonna remove my keyboard. By the way, having a keyboard that connects with, like, this one's micro USB, as you can see, but having that, it's so nice because I can just do this. And I can just shove this, you know. Now it's gone. It's just gone now. Spirit Halloween is respawning, I know. They do that, like once every single year. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, we don't really need computer... Wait, I am actually going to need the computer mouse. But I need it to be not where it is. And there's, like... There's actually little bits of, like, foam, which is from cutting up what is right now my mic stand. Right where I need my mouse to be. Let's move the mic stand here for now. Because my desk is totally, completely this clean on the whole thing. I didn't just clean this part for the stream specifically. I promise. I would never lie to you guys. I promise. I don't know how to lie. I never learned. Okay. You never look around. Oh, I thought I did. It shakes when I hit the desk. Okay, what I need to do... Okay, right, so... Now introducing the star of the show. A Super Nintendo. It does not work. And I'm going to show you guys that it doesn't work. But it's, I've taken it apart once or twice before. But yeah, so we need... Where is it? Here's one of the things. I have them on the floor, like at my feet. I wonder, is this already plugged into power? This is an actual, like, normal, like, original cable, by the way. Yep, so that's the power LED, and it does not, so it's not plugged in on the other end. Yep, there it is. Ah, reaching. Is that the correct one? I don't actually know. Let's find out. Yeah, it is. It's not really space. What is this connected to? It is connected to that. I can unplug that for a minute. There we go. And there. Now it should plug in. Jacob Mariscal, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that looks like just blinding white there. But it's red, I promise. Having trouble there. No, I was just needed to unplug something so I could plug that in. Actually, on my NES, the issue was the power cable. So you know what? What I want to do, I have a multi like console power cable that I know works because I've been using it for my NES and my Sega Genesis. So let me grab that real quick. I just tripped over the cord. This one. Okay. So it's one of these. You can find these pretty easily, like all over the place. You know, there's further there. Why the fuck did you work like a little dog? It sounded more like a bird of some kind, like a penguin or something. Yeah, it's got two ends. I believe this side can connect to the Sega Genesis or the NES, and this side connects to the Super Nintendo. Yeah. So we're gonna use that, just because I don't know the Super Nintendo one works. If it just works, and the people I had a place at the retro game store test it for me with their power cables. If theirs also don't work, and mine, that's the whole issue. This is gonna be a real short stream. No, you know what? If it does, I'll probably still recap it just because. But yeah, we're gonna plug that in. To my power strip at the bottom. Okay, and... Huh. That seems to be the luck with technology. I mean, usually my luck's actually pretty good, but... That's really weird. I would think it would at least work. Okay, I guess it wasn't fully plugged in, maybe? Okay. And then... we have... right there. There it is. Uh-oh. I got caught up in my chair's wheel. I need to stop putting things that I need on the ground, because it's just so useful to get to. Maybe if I had a little table there. Okay. It sounds more like this. No, it doesn't. Why do you say that? What? Okay, I don't know what you mean by that. We have this, and this one I know works. I like it doesn't want to work even when something works correctly. Even the professionals say it doesn't work. Yeah. But this I know for a fact works because this is the exact same one used on the Nintendo 64. And also, I think something else. I think also maybe the GameCube, but no, the GameCube is the same one as the Wii. I don't know. It's used on the 64 though. So we're gonna plug that in. Now, here's the issue. My capture card doesn't have these. Which is why we have this. This is the cheapest one that I could find on the internet. That's why I bought it. These are really dirty. Oh my god, I never realized that. I just didn't really show on camera though. Yeah, the more points of potential failure you can eliminate, the better. And considering it's not showing any video, this is definitely a point of failure. This, I guess, it'd be better if I wasn't using it, but just take my word for it. It doesn't work when I'm not using this either. It'd be really funny if it does work when I'm using this. But I don't think that's the case. Yeah, we need to connect it to power with this. It should be enough. From the power from my PC should be enough. For my PC's like USB ports. And And finally, this HDMI into the HDMI port. Don't need anything on the HDMI outside. Just need this on the HDMI inside. Okay, now on the capture card, I should get a blue screen. Yeah, like that with the signal. Well, let's try it. You can't see, but I'm turning it on. You can hear it though. There's no game in. Where's the game I had? I have a game to test it with. I just realized I've actually never used it with the adapter. So I'm not actually sure if it'll give us a black screen or if it'll have... It should give us a black screen when I have the game cart in. Oh, here it is. The game, by the way, is Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures, because that's the cheapest one the Retro Game Store had. Okay. Yeah, this is what I expected. So, black screen. So, it's not giving no signal. But, it's just black. Yeah. Huh, it's showing audio capture on the capture card. That's surprising. Oh, I know what it is. It's not like the same kind of sound that happens when you like normally like turn it on. Okay. So yeah, that's what's happening. Now you guys are on the same page as me. Hooray! So, by the way, a tip for anybody who wants to like work on game consoles, after you turn it off, after you unplug it, turn it on again. It didn't happen this time, but sometimes the light will turn on just briefly. The capacitors can store charge, so trying to turn it on again forces that to get away. So, now that we've met that, we'll meet the tools we have at our disposal. So you have a standard Phillips head bit. This one's longer. I have a shorter one over... Is it right there? Yeah. No, it is not. I don't know where it is. Okay. So this is too big. I have a flat head here too, but I don't think we're going to need the flat head. It's right there. This, if it ends up being, if this one is too big, too wide at the end, I have this one also. Let's give you guys a good close-up. It's just that this one's like socketed and this one's like a weird thing. I don't know. But it'll undo screws just as well. It's just like a little bit more undoes. And then very important for this, you can't do anything with it there, which is where's black screen of death or red ring of death. Probably black screen of death, because it's harder to tell what's going on, I feel like. Anyway, you got game bit screwdrivers. I think we only need the big one. But you need this for a bunch of different things, like any Nintendo or Sega cartridge from the era is going to use... Why will it not focus? Wait. There. Trying to force it to focus. There we go. Yeah. I think we only need the big one. The small one shouldn't be needed for this. Then we have a little tiny set of screw... Actually, these are both Phillips head. You can get these kind of ones in like glasses case repair kits. These were from a Gunpla stand, though, I think. And then another Phillips head. This one's a bit nice because you can turn it. This can turn, so you can like have this resting against your hand and then move it like that. Somehow I read this human thumbnail as NES Chiropractor Replacement. Well, yeah, my Nintendo needs a chiropractor. You never speak of broken screen of Punch. Yeah, we don't speak of it. We got a flathead one, too. It really likes to just focus on the background and not the foreground. If I go like that, it'll focus. It's just fine. But if it's like, just like that. Oh, now it focuses when I'm making that point. Okay. And then we have my Pinesil V2. This is like, that looks very blue. That's like this, in the stream preview, it's the same like color as my shirt. It's like very green in real life. That's interesting. And we have this for all our socketed screwdriver needs. Ah, so much cat hair over here. Anyway. And then also we have stolen from Kazanki, which means that's the best thing about it. We have this. What the fuck are you eating? I'm not eating anything. I was blowing cat hair off my gloves. Yeah. And like I said, the best thing about it is that I stole it from Kazanki. That's easily the best thing about it. Oh, and I don't think we'll need it, but we have a multimeter if I end up needing that. Oh, and of course, we have, let's see if this is the right one. Yes. Super NES SMD capacitor kit from Console 5. I'm not sponsored by Console 5, unfortunately. They do not do sponsorships at the moment. I checked. But I did link them. Actually, I linked this exact kit in the description because of the YouTube version, because Console 5 are great. I got this, and I got a NES one, as well as a fuse from a PS2 from them, and it was all quite cheap. And I think that's all the... Oh, we've also got... I guess technically, if for some reason we need it, stole it from who? Kazanki. He's Freaky Moosewalker in the chat. He's also known as Robot Feet or Kazanki. One of many names, I suppose. Yeah. We got this really bent screwdriver. Think that'll help, guys? I was trying to get off... Actually, I think a game bit screwed. Oh, I guess also I have this. This is also stolen from Kazanki, but I guess actually he gave it to me. It's made for, like, removing, like, brushing hair off of, like, a razor, I guess. An electric razor. But actually what's even better is this. So this, I got it because it's, an eyebrow brush. Come on, focus. Stop focusing on the background. Whatever. But all I've actually used it for is brushing dust out of the inside of computers and consoles. So we will start with, I don't remember if I can actually use the game with this on the like thing is long enough to use it with the oh, it doesn't fit. I forgot, it doesn't like to fit in here properly. If I shove it, it will. I don't want to make you guys... I'm going to try and do that because I don't want to have to make you guys wait for me unscrewing things by hand if I don't have to. There we go. I think I can get a little bowl for, like, screws and stuff. Need the grinder so you don't short the circuit board. Crap, I don't think I have that. I mean, I've been fine without it in the past. I should get one. But... like the bracelet thing, right? Okay, so I was supposed to get a little bowl or something to put all the screws in. What do we have out here that'll work? I guess there's a candle. That would be annoying, though. What do we have? Because normally I don't bother to do this, and if I just lose a screw, then oh well. But if I'm doing it on stream in front of everyone, I should do things proper, you know? What is this from? Oh! This is a part of the box for a Sega Genesis 6-button pad. So, what we're going to do, because it has a motor in it, the drill one, remember from my time as a computer tech in Job Corp years ago, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in here, which is magnetic, and then just use that to grab out, there we go. Nope, doesn't want to grab it. Are these like not iron or steel? Are these like brass or something? Here we go. I don't like how shallow that is, actually. Is there something better? Yes. This. That is a, like, cover thing for a package of CDs, blank CDs. That one doesn't want to come out either. Neither does that one. Okay, fine. Okay, 3 out of the 5 remaining came out. See, there should be just one more in there. There we go. Now, I think that's all we needed to actually open it. That's harder to do with gloves on. We don't need to mess with anything in here. That's, like, definitely not the problem. So, this part, I've done this before. I didn't actually look up a guide or anything. I just kind of messed around until I got it right. But this part, you just have to kind of finagle it like that and then push this bar. Ah. Can't push that bar. Oh, you pull that bar, right. Leaving you with a bar. And a spring. And this thing. We are also going to clean the console's case somewhat. As best we can. Now, that is a potentiometer. I wonder what that controls. So first you gotta get the power switch out. Ah. I just hit the camera with my head. Actually, first we'll take this out. And we'll take out the ribbon cable. Yeah, be careful around ribbon cables, because if they break, you're kind of just fucked. And let's take out, you guys can't see it all. Nope. Not having it. See, my other bit, the shorter one, actually works with that. But I don't remember where I put it. This works, though. It looks ugly at the front because I sharpened it. I've done this before. I've taken it out before. That's too small. Am I gonna have to... I just hit it again with my head. Am I gonna have to go get another bit? I think I am. Well, first, I'll try just using the same bit that didn't work before. Wait, how exactly did this not work again? Let's find out. Yeah, it's just like not wanting to... Okay, one of these worked. Okay, let's see if it now... Now, where did I put... Right there. It was behind my monster. Okay, now think about it. Job Corp sucked having to live with the rules. I know rules are good, but Job Corp is super strict with the rules. So I'm going to rant about Job Corp. It's fine. No worries. Okay. That's done. Okay, apparently not. Try this on this one again. If it was more flat at the front, it would work. I have another one over here that I know will work, but I don't know where it is. It just doesn't exist anymore. Okay, I will go quickly get another bit. So, I'll be right back. It's gonna be so quick, I'm not even gonna bother to pause the stream. To, like, put the, you know, be right back screen on. I'm back. Pokemon, hello, welcome to the stream. Hello, best of luck, thank you. Oh yeah, guys, how's the audio? It's 2:21 a.m. here. I don't think I'll be up on for long, but I wanted to say hi. Well, I definitely appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. Okay, until we get it broken free, we're not going to use the drill. It's bad practice to do that when you're getting something free. Okay, we'll try this rather more thin one. I'll use Find a Mind. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I already showed some of you, but we've got this going on instead of my normal mic stand, because the mic stand is a camera stand right now. Okay. This is gonna be too small, isn't it? Yep. For sure. We'll go the next size up. It keeps like sticking to the actual... there we go. And now that we've got it broken free, I put down the wrong thing. We can move to the drill. Actually, we should probably put those in the, like, stupid bowl thing, huh? And we'll remember the silver is for the power switch. Now, this can just be disconnected. It doesn't want to come off. There we go. This is a Super Nintendo power switch. It's pretty simple. Okay, so let's take off the metal shielding now. No, there's some of the shielding left. Or like gone. Now next, to get that shielding off, we're gonna have to take off the remove the whole board. It's screwed on from the bottom. Okay, there we go. Where is it screwed on? Okay, that one can't reach. And the screwdriver is going to be too thick. So, we'll use this little screwdriver. If it lets us, it might be two. There we go. Okay. Now to get that out, I'm going to take these, which I have for gun club, but they work better than just fine at getting out little screws like this. And I think I could get nicer. How about the bag here? A grade bag. From like a corner store. Okay, yeah, that made the light softer. Because this is just like blinding light. So now, oh, there's another one. Is that one gonna be gettable from here? Just barely. There we go. Is that enough? Yeah. That's kind of gross over here. But like I said, we'll clean it up a bit. What's that? Okay, just a bit of fuzz. I thought it was like a dead bug. I was like, ugh, gross. Okay, now we need to remove this shielding. Whoa. Now these ones like this with the like weird octagonal nut. Those go on the back. You gotta remember that. I wonder if this expansion port was ever used. The NES has a similar one that was never used. Yeah, this Flavor of the Monster's alright, but I wouldn't get it in the future. It's got kind of a mango flavor, partly. But it's not just mango flavor, that's just one of the flavors. Oh, crap. We need to remove this, which I believe this thing is connected to as a voltage regulator. I guess that's something to check in the future if the recap doesn't fix it. Okay, more metal shielding. I'd like to take this off, but that's gonna... This piece of plastic is... Like... Wait, can I take it off? No. I don't feel like desoldering the power. Yeah, it's a very nice looking console, honestly. Can I remove the cartridge slot? There we go. Oh yeah, I've done it before when I cleaned it. So if this doesn't fix it, then I worry that one of the PPU chips is bad. And if one of the PPU chips is bad, basically it's just fucked. That's all there is to it. It's like, you can't fix that. Okay, now, how am I going to keep track of what's what is the question. Let's, go on. This one, I believe, goes here in the right there, where there wasn't one from the factory, because I stopped adding them. But I'm gonna add mine because I have it, so I might as well. So, I can tell by size. Yeah. So I guess it's probably best to just do all of one type then. Also by what it says. So let's start with one that we only have one type of, I think. This is a little terrifying because I've never done this before. But I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, I guess we'll start here. Where is... old pair of nippers. That's a fairly new pair of Gunpla nippers. There's one. No, we'll just cut this open. How do I open this? Carefully, I guess. Okay, and let's make an incision in the plastic there. I might have to switch from gloves to, like, bare hands. Yeah, I don't think gloves are gonna cut this. Yeah. Thinking about it, because I need to position them so carefully. Oh well, we tried. Oh, now you can see all the cuts on my hand. I have so many cuts on this hand from various sources. None on this hand, though. This hand's fine. Okay, actually, I kind of need more... I don't need more light. I kind of want more light. But... okay, we can actually see what it says right here. If it'll focus, like we can. Come on, stop being focused right there. Okay, yeah. There we go. 33 ESE TD2. The other... these ones here. If it'll focus, come on. Can it focus, please? These ones also say 33. So I guess they're the same thing. I have 3, though. Do they all say the same thing? Yeah. There's one here that says 47. Do I have a 47? Yeah, right here. Did they give me one extra? Or is there one I'm not seeing? I guess they gave me one extra. This is terrifying. Okay, so... actually, I wonder... now I'm curious. Can you use an NES? No, you can almost use an NES controller thing to... or like a console thing to power a Pinesil V2. But it doesn't matter that you can't. I was just... absently curious because I have this. This is 19 volts. Oh, and we have some like braid there for wicking up solder. And we have some lead-free solder. And some flex. I don't remember how to take the cap off. I have... Wait, where's the, like, proper needle applicator? Hang on. Damn it. Where did I put it? There it is. I found it. It rolled. To behind my monitor. This is terrifying, actually. I'm just realizing how terrifying this is. Never done this, like, something on this scale before. A bit of hair on the end of this. Is that good? Or... ah. No, I need more light. I'll adjust the camera. Okay, that's... that's better. Yeah, you guys can still see properly, right? Okay. There we go. Now that's set to... You guys are not going to be able to see it very well, are you? You can see the, like, thing of the music video I'm watching, for fuck's sake, that's a bit silly. I don't remember how to get it to actually start eating up. I think it was you hold up. I'm gonna unplug it and just restart. Whoops. Crap. Stop. Stop. I don't know how to do stuff. There we go. You can just, like, I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, but you can see it's like, oh yeah, it does a little bit. It's just starting to smoke a bit. It is already up to temp. And now, I do wish this wasn't here. It's a bit unwieldy. Okay, I'm gonna be dealing with the one that's 47, so... Come on. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Actually, I'll use my hand to try and take it off. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Dr. Daniel, hello, welcome to the stream. It's getting hot. It's not coming off. What do I do? Oh, shit. Try using this as well to remove this solder. It's not working. What do I do? I think Erickson Day was yesterday. Indeed it was. So I hear. Okay, let's try removing some of this solder. I've never done anything on this scale, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that already. It feels like it's wanting to move a lot more now. Gotta be careful. I just realized there's traces all over the place. And I need to be careful I don't break any of them. Oh, this is scary. I think oh, it came off a bit, Maybe it needs to be hotter. Okay, now it's at 450 Celsius. I'm gonna just test it at touching this right here for a sec. Okay, yeah, I definitely melted it. I believe you can do it. I will try. I feel a little bit more okay doing it because the board might just be fucked anyway. The PPU. Uh-oh, it's coming off, One side is successfully off. That's a victory. I just smeared it. It's fine though. Wait, I think I was supposed to put flux on there before desoldering. Well, whatever. I know I'm supposed to put flux on here now. Okay, flux is added. Is this hard by chance? Because I've been thinking about soldering things. Not really. It's basically just melting stuff. It's just like, they're tiny. Things are tiny. Like, you can see my hand compared to what I'm actually working with. It's like... Ah. Okay, we're making a nice little puddle of solder on both the points. Okay. Now for the new one. Shit, I forgot which direction it was. Oh, it's like, oh my god, wait, look, the outline is like at the shape of the thing. That's so useful. Oh my god. The constants I could mod with the power of soldering. Yeah. That should be... That should have just worked just now, I think. Hang on. I think I just messed up. I put it on too far on one side. Okay. We're almost done with one of them. Where is... I think that's it done. Nope. So why are you doing this? Because the console will not work. It gives signal to the TV, but it's black only. No audio signal either. Okay, is it on there? It seems to be. Now let's... I fucked up the tip a bunch, so let's skip the... Let's clean it off a bit. Oh, I just not, like, on there. I think I might still accept it like 30 years. Yeah, it's been over 30 now. 33. So, mine says 1993, so I guess 32 for mine. Okay. Let's do these two here next. You guys... There's a bit of glare, but that shouldn't be too... You guys should still be able to see what I'm doing, I think. Okay. Better stay away from that chip, huh? That voltage regulator. That reminds me I need to get someone to solder my Xbox's mod chip back on. I miss it. I actually do not have any hard modded consoles. Is it still on the other side? Oh my god. Okay, one of them is off. Okay, now they're both off. Okay, we will add some some flux. Gotta go now. Take care. Okay, well, thanks for having by. Okay. Do you say 33? Did those two say 33? Yes, they did. Well, I'll just do one for this to start with, since I got one out. I think I need more solder right there. Too scared for a hard mod for now, so soft modding for me it is. That's also what I usually do, because it's like for the majority of applications, you don't really need a hard mod. Soft modding can get most of what you want done. And also, it's completely easily reversible most of the time. Okay. And there. Ah. Oh, it's not on at all. That's cool. There we go. I could feel it sink down a bit when it was done. Okay, that should be done. It's a little crooked, but... What is that mod of my 368 only way was the hard mod? Was. Apparently there's a way to soft mod it now, or about to be. Okay. There's like a glob of solder on the tip, so I'm trying to like combine it with what's on there already. Oh wow, that's good enough. Okay, this is kind of nerve-wracking, but I'm doing it, I think. Come on, get on there. Is that good? Let's try... It's just going on the tip of my iron and not actually on the console. Like it's hot. Oh my god. These two probably shouldn't be like directly touching. Okay, I felt it get malleable and be able to move when this holder melted, so. Penny, hello, welcome to the stream! I'm terrified. That's what I am right now. Okay, I'm just trying to get some of this like cleaned off. That's an interesting color. Ow, that's hot. Kind of planning to stop mod my PS1 and PS4. PS4 is moddable. What is this? Oh, that probably goes to the expansion port on the side, yeah. Okay, we got 3 of them done. I pressed the wrong one, but it's this one. Let's desolder this, then get those 2 done, and then deal with that. I think. No, those go in that direction. Okay, they say 10, 16 amp. Is that these ones? 10, yeah. And this one says 50. This one over here also says 50. You know what? I'll do this one first. This one over here first. I'll get rid of... Ow! That was not very smart of me. Okay, I'm just like pulling at it from the other side while I melt these. I think that's how this should be done. Hey, it worked, and it got pretty hot too. So we'll remember to replace that, but for now, we're gonna get this little one. I don't think we need flex runs for desoldering, but that's more than I needed, but it's fine. That is making a bunch of smoke, probably from the flux. Sprockets, hello, welcome to the stream. I think I'm doing it right. How's it going so far? Scary. Okay, definitely got that side. Okay, we got it. Let's melt some new solder to it. Okay. It doesn't want to go on. Okay, there we go. It went on. I should have gotten legged capacitors because that's what it had in the first. Or that's what those like. I got this one because it's what it had in the first place. But the legged ones, now that I've actually done some, seem like they'd be a lot easier. I've soldered resistors before, so I guess that would be basically pretty much the exact same as soldering resistors. I have also done surface-mounted components. Oh, a surface-mounted component. I've done a fuse, but that was easier than this. Okay, it's got to be... What value did this say? $10 is the new one. What's this one? I mean, it has to be because there's two of them, unless that's a different... Wait. Can't find about the old one. Yeah, there's only 2 on there, and I have 4, plus the one that wasn't on there. 6.3 volts. It's 10 volts and a 6.3 volts. Oh, this one's 6.3. So I'm gonna use this one. Right? This one's 6.3? Yeah. Doesn't need these long ass legs, so we're gonna cut those off. We'll leave them a bit longer than the original had. Oh, wait. I think the longer leg is supposed to be positive, right? Let me just double check, make sure this was in fact a longer leg. Yeah. Let me put this down somewhere where it's not gonna burn everything. My keyboard's not in, so I'll switch from my phone. I think the longer leg is supposed to be positive. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the longer terminal is positive. It'd be nice if it just said on the, like, packaging. The, like, not packaging, but, like, you know, the, like, outside thingy. Okay, I'll leave the positive slightly longer to remind myself. Hang on. I'm trying to think of a way to... Ah! What is it touching? What is it touching? Okay, nothing. That actually wasn't true. It was barely touching my an old mouse I have. That was perhaps the scariest part of the stream so far. Ow, that got very hot. Okay. Maybe... Where is it? Over here. That was terrifying. Am I able to, like, cut off the use section of the braid? The wick. Yep. Okay. Nice. We will try, like, properly removing the solder. Let's try it from the opposite side. Hey, they're doing a full recap. Yes, I am. Or at least trying. That's the right one, right? Yeah. Wait, is it? Or is this the old one? This is the old one. You get this. Thank you. And also, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you before. Ah, I accidentally touched it to the board just barely, but I think we're good. It's not, like, through like it's supposed to be. It would probably still work like this, but it's gonna make it difficult to take it out in the future. If I don't do it right. There we go. And then just in case I like forget, the gray side is negative. Which I guess it seems to be on that one too, so. I don't think I'm doing this part properly. It feels like I'm not. I did forget to flex. That probably didn't help. I have no idea which side to be on, so I'm going to do both. Oh, hydrate. I did not see it. I will hydrate. I feel like I'm supposed to have these holes unblocked. Yeah, that's not... I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'll try just melting them and then kind of shoving it in, right? Nice and quick, like... That didn't work. Are you recapping because it has issues or just preventive measures? Because it has issues. I showed it at the start of the stream, but it, like, it won't... When you start it up, it just shows nothing. Okay, I'm gonna actually look up how to do this properly. Okay, I'm trying... It's like... I feel like there should be, like, those two holes should be unblocked. You know? Okay, I'm trying to... Would you just get used to proper sentences for that? I'm scaring me a little. Yeah, you know what? It's scaring me too. I agree. I definitely agree. The hole is like, ah. I have no idea how to do this. That's not a good sign. Black screen can be one of the PPU chips or the CPU chips bad. Yeah, I know. And if that's the case, it's just like, it's fucked. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna attach it however I can. Huh, the temperature was way down on my iron. I guess it's probably fine if it doesn't go through the hole. Yeah, honestly, I do kind of think the PPU is bad, but this is pretty cheap. So... as much as buying another system. Yeah, and I also don't have the skills to... As you can see by the fact that I'm struggling to just replace a simple capacitor. I do not have the skills to do that. I just accidentally glued my... I might have just fucked things up. I don't know. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna make them the same length so I can actually do this. I think I need to reapply flex. Ah, crap. Get off there. Okay, the gray was the... Come on, come on. Okay, it's on there. I don't care. It's on there. That's good enough. We're good. We're done with that. It doesn't need to go through the holes. It might be a pain to replace later, I guess, but it's fine. I don't care. Okay, where were we anyway? Okay, need to do this one. I'll do that one next. This time I'll actually remove the solder with the wick like I'm supposed to. Okay. Come on, get out of there. Okay, I'm slowly getting it out. Should probably be using flex right now. So I don't like... What does flex even do? I know I'm supposed to use it, but I don't actually know why. Come on, get out of there. There we go. Now, is it gonna, the eye's gonna like open on this one? Trying to like wick it up with the solder wire, or with like the like thing, you know, the wick. That's what it's called. That's why I said wick it up. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to like wick it up from one side while I melt it from the other side. doesn't want to work. Flux cleans up oxidation. Oh, okay. It bubbled a ton right there. Okay, just cleaning off. My iron a bit. Okay. Those are not open. Okay, I don't care. Was this one I just got off? Or... I can't tell. I think that's the other one. Is this also 6.3 volts? Yeah. And this one was 6.3, right? Yeah. These two are the same, which makes me think they were supposed to go on these two. But they say 10 volts. But I don't have another... What? And then this one's 25 volts. It said it worked for this model of board. I don't know. Let me try and look it up. It would be nice if it said which these are for. C57, C59. Is that a GPMO2 board? Yes. Let's see, GPMO2 capacitors. Actually, let's see, GPMO2 C57. Okay, I found a list. This seems to be what matches mine. Okay, C57 and 59 are both supposed to be 6.3 volts. That's the one I got, though. .220 UF. See what these say. That does say 220 UF. This one says 470 UF. So I guess these are supposed to be for that. Which means I need to redo that one. If I can get these out of this, like, packaging. Okay. Okay, there's one of them. There's the other. Can't wait for me to power it on and it makes a loud pop noise as I realize I fucked up everything. That'll be fun. Okay, so I guess the gray band does also denote. Okay, where was it? Right over here. Plus, minus. Okay. I'm slowly pushing it through, actually. Hey, there we go. I did it! It's like a thing on the end there. You'll know if it is the magic smoke. That's a very nice sounding name for something that's very not nice. I'm gonna be honest, this thing has not been treated well in its later years. Not by my fault. But, you know, whether it was my fault or not doesn't change the problem. I would love to give it new life, but if it's done, then I can't blame it. Okay. Which one's minus? I almost thought that on this one on backwards. That would have been a really dumb way to manage to make sure it doesn't work, you know? Hang on, let me... Okay. You guys can't see what I'm doing, I just realized if I put it right there. Oh crap, that just dropped the capacitor, god damn it. I did. Now I get to go try and look for it under my desk. I brought a lot of Super Nintendos and this model tends to be finicky. Oh, great. Good to know, though. Okay, I get to... Unless it didn't fall... I'm pretty sure I felt it, like, bounce off of my, like, leg. Oh, no, wait, that's not the right one. Where is it? There it is. I can't really grab it very easily because I'm holding a very hot stick. Okay. I did it. I got it. Okay. Okay, let me wipe this solder off my iron. There we go. Trying to get it to where it's like actually like a pit that I can properly put the things into. Well, I'll try and melt it from the other side, like I did with the other one. That actually like worked really well. I need to bend this one slightly away. Okay, I think we are in business, perhaps? No, one of the legs didn't go properly into the hole. I'm not sure if it's going to work on this one. Looks like the CPU is version B, which is much more reliable, so that's good news. That is good news, yes. I feel it going through, just little by little. It's starting to get hot enough to hurt my fingers, though. Okay. Okay, I'm satisfied with how far it is. Okay, that looks very nice. That actually looks like kind of how it looks like at start. So that's good. It doesn't seem to be wanting to, like, stay there with the rest of it. Okay, I think it's good, though. I think we're fine. Okay. What's next? We did this one. We didn't do this one, I think. Or these two. Yeah, because they're all in here. We did do this one, and these two. I think we did this one anyway. Wait, did we? Got the 33s and 47. Okay, we did. Still have these two to do. I should have done those actually while this was off. But it's fine. Okay. Okay, okay. Get off of there. There we go. And before we start putting one on, I'll take off this one also. But yeah, there's already a decent chance I'm going to have to get a new console anyway. Which is why I'm doing this before my NES, because the NES, like, for sure works. The caps do need to be replaced. It has the, like, the wavy lines on the screen that show that one of the caps in the, like, power part needs to be replaced. Come on, get off of there. Oh. I melted part of the plastic on accident. Combination with NES, yeah. But recap should fix it. Ow. I keep forgetting that gets hot when I like put a 400 Celsius, 4,000 Celsius Can you imagine if you had to get something 4,000 Celsius to solder? It would probably be a significantly less common repair that's done. Computers would be way more expensive. Okay. I want to clean this off better when it's, like, not really hot. You can see it's got, like... Let me use this as a backdrop so that it'll actually focus. Hello? You should the NES getting the RF module off to access the caps. Yeah, I tried that a bit, but it could not before I had a soldering iron. Hey, so why aren't you, like... There we go. Yeah, you can see it's, like, all, like, gross. But it's, like... Not a big deal, I don't think. Now I need to get 2 of these, I think. Those have 10 on them, right? Yeah, 10. Ah, the thing separated this time. This is more likely how you're supposed to get these off. Or get these out. Clean tip is a happy tip. Yeah. I'm very new to this. If you can't... I think you can probably tell. This is my first, like, large soldering job. Before that, I modified my NES to allow it to accept expansion audio, and that's it. Okay. Oh. I tried to send it flying on accident. There we go. That went on quite nicely. I can't tell if that's gone correctly on that side. Yeah, there's a connection, so I guess it is. Okay. We'll have to start somewhere. My first few solders are a mess. Well, the modding the NES luckily went perfectly fine. Which is very nice because Castlevania 3 with the expansion audio, it's like, oh my god, I can hardly believe it's an NES game. I won't go as far as to say that the like music quality is as nice as the Super Nintendo because it's just straight up not. But I will say I think sometimes it feels closer to the Super Nintendo than the NES. Oh, I forgot to say, I also did, I replaced a fuse on a PS2. I'm not happy with how that is. There's like a chip right there. The NES version of Castlevania 3 still sounds fine. I still consider it bad. The Famicom version does sound way better, though. I honestly think it's one of the best sounding US release games because the composition is great. But yeah, it's just like the Japanese version with its expansion audio. It just really blows it out of the water. Okay, am I happy with that? I think so. Okay, we've done this one. This one. Did I do this one? I believe so. Yes. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one and this one. Is that all of them? Except for, of course, the big one. Which I am gonna add, because, you know, why not? I don't think it really matters too much. Are there? No, that's next to it. Okay, Okay, flex. And we need flex over here as well. That's right there. That is right there, right? Yeah. Okay, guess I should melt this. Melt it from this side. I'll melt it so that I'll make sure to do it long enough that it like completely melts. I'll remove some of the solder actually. You don't really need it, but it's there for extra protection. Yeah. So like, since I have it, I might as well put it on. Ow, 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 ow. Well, that's definitely the worst burn I've ever gotten. It's like yellow. That hurt a lot. I have no idea how the healing process for that's gonna be. I didn't even manage to do what I was trying to do. God damn it. I guess that had to happen eventually, to me. Ow, that actually really fucking hurts. Ow. That happened to me many times. But it'll heal. My worry is that I work in fast food, and that's gonna really suck, because I have to be around hot oil all day. Okay, let's try doing this in a bit of a safer way. Okay. Ow. Hot oil burns are way worse. Yeah, but it's like you know, burns hurt more when you have heat near them. I'm trying to get that to be like concave. Okay, it's concave enough, I think. Ow, that really hurts. Shit. Okay, I got one of them in. The other one's already kind of convex, which is very good. The way I'm inserting these, since, Good Vibe Collecting, you seem to be kind of knowledgeable about soldering. Come on, why is it not? The way I'm inserting these, leaded ones, is that correct? Come on, why is it not melting it? There we go. Because I am very open to advice and suggestions on how I can do this better. Okay. It's easier to clear the holes first and insert the cap. How do I do that, though? I tried to clear the holes and I couldn't. That seems to be all of them, though. I have 3 left over, but I guess those are just not used. I have this one, which I thought went here, but it doesn't, I guess. This one, which is the same kind as goes here and here. And this one, which is the same kind as goes here. And, no, not here. Here and here. But not here, right? Yeah, wait. Those are different, right? Yeah. Wait. I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, I tried to clear the hole, but I didn't know how. You try adding more solder and then removing it with the Wicked Flux. Okay. I'll try that. I'll try that next time. Okay, so C61, 10UF, C65, 10UF. Wait. They're both 10. Let's say 36. This one says 36G. This one says Y52. What about, which one's 73? One of them's labeled 73, apparently. Oh, that's that one. They all are, 16 volts, right? That's the 16 amps. It didn't say what voltage they are. Yeah, CFC Y52. You know what? I'm gonna guess that they are because these two said the same thing. This one says something different. Ow, that really, really hurts. Now I know how bad something 450 degrees burns you if it touches you. That wasn't fun, if I'll be honest. I don't know if you guys thought it was, but it wasn't. Okay. I think we're done. With the soldering part, of course. I'm going to visually just inspect it, make sure I didn't put on any of these backwards. That'd be a really stupid way to ruin the console. That one I did is really crooked. Probably because it was one of the first ones I did. Okay, yeah, we seem to be good. Let's get our screws. I recommend getting a solder sucker if you don't have one. I've never even heard of that, so I will look into that. Thank you. Now, I like to insert it a little bit. Actually, what I often like to do at this stage of putting together a console with, like, the screws is insert several of them. Just like a little bit, you know. That is not the right size. Why is that one a slightly different size? Actually, I think this one's not the correct one for right here. I think that one goes to the voltage regulator. I didn't notice they were different when I was taking it apart. Okay, so yeah, I like to insert the screws a bit like that by hand. Then go to a screwdriver, or in this case, the little hand drill. It's important to have the heat shield in the system, on while running the system. If not, the system could fry, as we all know. Great. Also, I removed that like direct light so you guys can see better because I don't need it anymore. There. Yeah, this looks more like it's supposed to be. Yeah, we're getting more careful with this one because it's right next to that voltage regulator chip, so probably a good idea. Okay, what's next? I guess I could also look into the actual, like, chip itself, or try it using RF out. I don't want to use RF out, though. I wonder what this potentiometer controls. Anyway. That can't go on yet. Wait, why were there 4 of these ones? Oh, man. There were definitely 2 that go on the power switch. Where were the other 2, though? The pot adjusts the color. Oh, that's actually very interesting. Okay. Oh, right, I said we were gonna clean the board a bit. Not the board. Not the board. I already did that. A while ago. Because, yeah, it's kinda nasty in there. I got these Lysol wipes. By the way, I happen to know for sure that this system belonged to children when it was originally bought. Because I know the original owner. So, if it's just done, you know what? I like it when they're slightly less wet for like this. So we're gonna get another one right now before we're ready for it. I just have it now so it can dry out a little bit. I'm not that worried about inside because it's like, this shouldn't ruin the performance or anything. And you can't actually see it, but I do want to get it at least a little bit done. Some of the, like, stuff gathered there, so I'm gonna just grab this. It's toilet paper because that's cheaper than tissues, so I just use it instead of tissues. Also, for some gunplay related things, it's a bit better. Super Nintendos were well loved, so it's common to find some dirt inside them. Yeah. And this isn't actually that, like, yellowed either, which is nice. It's only a little tiny bit yellowed. bit more, we're going to switch to a fresh one. Hopefully, I can fix it and this cleaning doesn't end up being for nothing. Though, I guess, if it doesn't work, I'm still going to keep it for spare parts. And then also, if the shell is, if it doesn't work, I'm going to get a replacement. If the replacement I get happens to have a really yellowed shell, I can replace it with this one. That looks like crayon. Right there, that's crayon, I think. That's annoying to remove, always. Yeah, that's... I actually might not end up removing it. The crayon right there. Oh, I didn't even notice right there. That's gross. And then who knows what much of this stuff is anyway. Except for the crayon. I know that's crayon. I can tell. Okay, I don't think we're gonna do any better than that. I wonder if this does work. I wonder if my local retro game store still has. Last time I was there, they have Super Game Boy. I would like to have that so I can play Game Boy games on actual hardware on stream. Where did that screw go? There it is. Okay, that's the bottom shell. All cleaned. I fell out again. Put it back in forward and put the board in. Okay, now for these, should I take it off the board? Yeah. If this wants to go through, I should anyway. There we go. Where is? There it is. That screw doesn't go in the bottom. No? Then I wonder who put it in there, because the first time I opened it up, it was there. I wonder if... Oh, you know what? I bet that, like, that screw hole is there for attaching expansion things. I don't know if there were any expansions that attached to the bottom of the Super Nintendo, but I bet that's how they'd attach. This is actually, yes, less yellow than I thought. It's probably just dirt. But pieces like this are actually perfect for being able to directly see how yellowed your stuff is. Because this part is like, you know, exposed to the sun, and this part's not. Especially if you can probably see better if I move this here. Not really, it's, you can tell the difference more. It was for the Satellaview, which never came to America. Well, you know, just another common, Sega Genesis win. I know it's kind of messed up to mentioning the Genesis in a stream about the Super Nintendo, but it's just better. I do need the little, like, extender piece for the Sega CD Model 2 to attach to the Model 1, though. But I've been looking into getting that 3D printed. Okay, next we'll actually do this little piece. Genesis does... Yeah, exactly! But as much as the Genesis is better than the Super Nintendo, the Master System is like 1 billion times better than the NES. The only reason the NES one was because it had, I think it had Head Start in America, and it had a bunch of more support for game franchises. Okay, remove those. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna do it anyway, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm very sure if I was, like, around at that time, I would have been a Sega fangirl. In fact, I probably would have liked the Saturn more than the PS1. I would have said the wrong one won there. Which in the real world, where I was not around then, I'm like a whole generation too late for that. The PS1 was better. I recognize that. There's a reason it... Okay, that spring is going to be annoying as hell, I can already tell. Okay, let's remove the spring right here. It's like remove it from this, like, thing it's grabbing. If it'll let me. Maybe it'll be easier to remove it from the eject button side. That spring is going to be annoying to put back on. Okay, none of this directly contacts sunlight, so it's not yellowed at all. I feel like one reason that the Super Nintendo might, on average, tend to be dirtier on the inside than the Genesis is just because the Genesis would have been more likely to be owned by children. Not the Genesis, the Super Nintendo. And children are dirty. I like kids, but they both have their pros and cons. So, honestly, as much as I do really like the Saturn. I think the Saturn is perhaps the more interesting of the two pieces of hardware. But the main point I would say against that is $299. As was said before, by not me. I don't like this. This feels like it's gonna break. Okay, okay. Got one of them out. This spring we don't have to remove, which is good because I really don't want to. Yeah, the Saturn was objectively way more powerful. And on equal footing, I might say it was a better console. But the thing is, the PS1 was way cheaper. I think what could have saved the Saturn, though, and Sega as a console manufacturer, is, as much as I love the 32X, okay? I think it's a very interesting piece of hardware. Never should have happened. It would have been objectively better for the company if they just didn't do that. And I don't think I'll face too much pushback for saying that that's the case. I think most people probably agree with me on that. That's how that goes in. I did this with a PS2 recently as well, and it looks so much nicer now. It's like factory new looking. Because, you know, it's got all those, like ridge shapes, and it's like they just trap dust so easily. You have to look at the back to see the main fan. Hopefully being treated with love. Oh, hey, I just realized this is probably... I wonder if this was put there so that they could... No, because it had the same... I was thinking at first, I wonder if this was put there specifically to make it so that they could rebrand it in different regions, but I think the US was the only region that had this shell. Maybe they did it just in case. Maybe the South Korean version. I forgot what they called that one. I want to get this sticker replaced. It's not doing so hot. Come on, focus. Whatever. You guys can see that focusing. That it's not doing well. And yeah, Nintendo systems for kids and Sega systems for cool kids, yeah. I definitely did not grow up in that time period. I grew up with a PS2 that we had since as far as I can remember, and that should tell you enough about my age. I'm gonna do this side, or this side before I do this side, and we can see the comparison to show how dirty it was. Stickers held on by hopes and dreams. That's why I made it. Hello, welcome to the stream! And yes, and it's losing hope. But stickers are not the hardest things to make. If I can find a decent scan of that sticker. I wonder if this thing has ever been, like, properly cleaned like this. Like, in its whole, 32 years of life. Oh, that comes off. That would let them change the cartridge port size, too. Pretty sure you can buy a reproduction sticker of that. That would be nice. That burn I have on my finger really fucking hurts now. When I first got it, it was like, for a second, it was like, oh wow, that doesn't hurt at all. Now it does. Time for another... one of these. Okay, for this, what I'm gonna do, because it's like, it's so hard to get in the like little grooves of the letter. I'm gonna just scrub it really hard. Oh, it's shaking the whole thing. So now it's, you can see the white from all the like bubbles in there, and now I'm gonna take the eyebrow brush to it. But honestly, I should just call it a dust brush at this point. Yeah, there we go. There, now it's nice and clean. Hey, wow, it's actually just like... Okay. Oh, now I can show you. Yeah, barely holding on. Very, very sun damaged. And you can see this side is just like, it's so much dirtier than this side. This actually is hardly sun damaged at all. I really hope this works, guys. What I usually do is let all the plastic parts soak and warm out and then scrub them with a toothbrush. If it was like, if the dirt was stubborn enough that this wasn't working, I would probably do that. But this is just so convenient. Also, right now I actually don't have any toothbrush that isn't for brushing teeth. The NES case, I'll clean it when I take it apart on stream, like this, but it's also pretty sun damaged, so I'm on the lookout for another NES case. Well, same thing for in these like on and off button recess things. Where is the brush? That's so much better. Hang on. Just in this little bevel here is still pretty dirty. Fingers crossed it works. If not, then it's probably the PPU-1 chip. Either that or I fucked up the capacitors. But I guess if I did, it probably would have a different not working. What I'm hoping about the sound doesn't work either. I'm hoping if it was the PPU-1 chip, we'd be getting sound. But I have no idea if that's actually the case. Which was which? I forgot. I think. This one's this one. I can tell because it has the thing. Okay, sure. That's not on there right now. There we go. There. Ah, come on. There we go. Nice. Definitely looks a lot better. What's the other parts? Where did I put them? Over here. That was actually not hard to put on. Sometimes you'll hear sound black screen, but usually you don't. Drat. Well, still, we can hope for the best. Let's do one of the ones that holds this in, not so I'm keep putting it back. Okay. Nice, nice. Oh, the flap goes on first. Oh my god, you're right. I forgot about the flap. I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world if I didn't have it on, but it wouldn't look as nice. I know. More importantly, it wouldn't look the way it's supposed to. That would bug me to no end. Need to make sure that the thing actually goes in there. There we go. You can also take a system region free if you cut the plastic tabs off. I probably will eventually. Or I can just get an EverDrive. But I'm gonna get an EverDrive anyway, because if I get an EverDrive, that means I no longer have to wear my carts to actually play the games I have. As a collector, I would like it if my things work. Okay. You know, this stream seems to be doing pretty well as far as, numbers go. Which I'm glad about, because I wasn't sure if it would. Oh, crap. Oh, there it is. I thought I was missing that. I better drive way to go these days. Games are getting way too expensive. I do think there is a case to be made saying that that piracy of retro games is fine because companies aren't benefiting from you buying the game anyway. But I don't wish to... I'm not going to say that I do that or endorse piracy even for retro games, especially because I would like to have a career. But also, I think it's a big topic, no matter what. Those Twitch numbers are good. Are those... do I really have all Twitch viewers? Oh my god, you're right. That's way more Twitch viewers than I usually have. Well, between the two, I would potentially prefer Twitch viewers because Twitch VODs get, like, no views. Which makes sense. I've watched Twitch VODs once, and it was because I was the only place I could find to watch the pilot episode of Ninjago. So that wasn't even a real stream VOD, because I couldn't... It wasn't on Netflix or anything. And that's where it was originally. That's, like, the paid service you can watch it on. It used to be on Netflix, but they removed it for some reason. Okay. That's upside down. Silly. Okay. Let's move that out of the way. This is not coming off. Well, I don't actually care that much. And there we go. Nice. We should probably first start... Where did I... Right here. I wonder if this goes here. Wait. I'm trying to remember, does this... No. It does. Okay. Because the silver ones are longer. Oh, if you're going to use one of these when doing it along with electronics, I would recommend grabbing it pretty loosely so that when you get to the end, it can twist your arm so you can stop while twisting your arm. And it's not, you don't put it in too far, you know, make it impossible to get out next time. Okay, we're on the home stretch. As long as this works. You know, I'm used to the opposite, because normally, pretty much all my viewers are on YouTube, and I'll have, like, one viewer on Twitch recently. But also, I can't complain, because Twitch makes me money and YouTube doesn't. Not yet, anyway. Okay, That goes under there. I should have done it before putting it there, but it doesn't actually matter. Is it? Is that backwards? It can't be. Am I just not putting it in properly? Yeah. Oh. Damn it. There's a screw under here. Also, I'm gonna say sorry for the bit of dirt on my fingernails. I'm not like like a disgusting person. I've been working on my car, and the dirt won't go away no matter how many times I wash my hands. Hello, Han. Hello, Rockford. Han says, I don't know. No, like that. Han says hello to... No, it feels weird. Han says hello to you too. See, this is physically awkward, but this feels like it's waving to something, like, in the opposite direction. God, I hope this works. Or else I would have gotten, like, a second or third... Wait, is this... Which one's more dangerous? Second or is it third degree or first degree burn? I think it's first degree is worst. So I would have gotten like a second or first degree burn. No, third degree is worse. I don't remember. I don't remember. Who knows? Okay. This is one of the game bit screws. All the internal ones are Phillips, all the outside ones are game bit. Well, nothing fits right there. Because that is one of the external screw holes. Those both are. Okay, this one and this one are both external. Right there. But yeah, it's been a while since you were able to come to the stream, Rockford. It's nice to see you again. Is that actually a hole? I can't tell. Yeah, it is. I remember taking one out of here, actually. It was the one that you guys actually can't see. I just realized where it is. Is that all of them? I feel like there's at least one missing. There is. Where did that screw go? Gone forever. Oh, there. No, that's not it. That's from a PS2. Well, there happens to be the one. It was probably missing one from the inside, actually. Probably that was the one that was on the bottom. It's good to be back even for 5 minutes. Yes, it's good to have you back. We will do the same thing we did to get that out of there, where we'll grab it with the tweezers and put it there. Can we... Shit. We can that far. Past that, it's down to actually screwing with our hand like some sort of caveman. I just hit the thing, didn't I? I think that's about it as far as it's gonna go. Okay. I'm glad that there's a lot of people now, even though we're almost done, and the reason is because that means more people will be able to see, hopefully, the system work. But if it doesn't, at least I had something to test, to experiment on, basically. Ah, that is a bot. Let me kill the bot in the Twitch chat. Okay. Where is... Where's my phone? My phone doesn't exist. Okay. Where is it? This always happens. I, like, put it somewhere stupid, and then I forget. I got a message on Discord I want to reply to, but I can't. Because I don't have my phone, and my keyboard's not connected. But, okay, now there it is. It magically appeared. I think it, like, fell out of my pocket, actually. Okay, while I'm waiting for the app that I want to open to load up, we will put this back. I believe the shorter one is the one that, like, actually goes... Hang on. Yeah, the shorter one goes into the piece, and the longer one goes into the console, right? I should put the... right there. This is not easy. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, where's the game bit? That's one right there, but it's the smaller one, I think. I need the bigger one. Oh, there it is. It's behind the monster again. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's drop all these in. Still doing this, yep. But now I'm done with the soldering part. So we're on the home stretch. Either it works or it doesn't. If it doesn't, I'll go to eBay after the stream and, like... But, like, it's been about half an hour. Not half an hour, 3 hours. I don't know why I said half an hour. Yeah, OBS actually lets me see how long the stream takes, so it's been about 3 hours. A little more. When I count the starting screen, it's been like 3 hours, 10 minutes. And you know what we can do? We can look in here and see the port, the useless port on this. But I wonder if anybody's done anything with that in the homebrew scene. Okay, now we'll put in our game, which happens to be Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures. The main game mode for this is I want Super Castlevania 4. Also Super Metroid. Okay, let's... Okay, here's the video. Beat game, by the way, yes. Oh, wait, which one? The one I actually have or the one I was talking about? Moment of truth, yes, the moment of truth. Where is my cable? There it is. And I'll switch you guys from the hand cam to the capture card. Okay, here we go. And it's probably just gonna be a black screen. Damn it. You know, somehow in my heart I knew that was gonna be what would happen. But I really was hoping it wasn't. Let's try the OEM power adapter. It won't matter, but for the sake of thoroughness. Yep. So the PPU is fucked. Is what that means. Damn. But, you know what? If I messed up, I think we would hear a pop sound right now. We would hear, I think, if I messed up. Which means I probably put in all the capacitors correctly. I'll look at the PPU chip prices. Man, I was really hoping that just, like, giving it the repair it needed and showing it some love would fix it. But we'll see what the prices of a new Super Nintendo, well, not new, but, you know. Yeah, let's see what the prices of a Super Nintendo are, and the... Wait, was it actually turning on? Oh, yeah, it is, otherwise we wouldn't be giving a black screen. I did look and see if there are any, like, broken traces to the PPU, but no. Well, not the outcome I think we were all hoping for, but damn, that sucks. No, you guys, sorry for leaving me. Look at the console. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you could make it at least for a little bit. It's nice seeing you again. But I'll look and see, and if it's the PPU chip, then perhaps you guys got to see me fix that. I do want to take it out and put it back in a few times just to see. Yeah, it's fucked. So either I'll find a PPU chip that's good, or I'll find a working console. But It kind of sucks that this happened, but if I can't find a PPU chip, finally it will be allowed to rest. It definitely deserves it after living for quite a while. Perhaps this shell will be reused in the future. It is a nice looking console. I don't know if I prefer this or the the Japanese / European shell though. Anyway, despite the fact that we didn't manage to make it work, I got I got experience. And that's important. That's very important. I got soldering experience. Since this did so well, I think I'll do a similar stream, but with my NES, which does work. I know for a fact it works. And hopefully we won't change that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, honestly, doing the stream. Except for the part where I burned myself. I gave myself like whichever the worst between 1st and 3rd degree burn it was. Except for that part. That part wasn't fun. I didn't like that part. But the rest of it was fun. And I enjoyed it overall. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all for being here. On the Sega side of things, I will be playing another Sonic game soon. And I don't know which one it is. And you guys get to decide. The current options are, Sonic 1 and Knuckles. So that's Sonic 1, not Blue Spheres, but Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It's a... what's it called? ROM hack. Somebody made. And I will be playing on an actual hardware, because I do not have a working NES, or SNES, unfortunately, but I do have a working, Genesis. And I have an EverDrive cart specific that I got mostly so that I could play things like that. So, I will be, the other options are, Sonic 3D Blast, also on the Genesis, which I will be playing on actual hardware, or, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit, which is a fan game technically, but it's very well, known, I guess, and it's basically treated like an official game, and apparently it's very good quality. Like official game quality. But anyway, yeah, make sure to go vote for those. On my Discord server, YouTube community posts, and Twitter. If you vote on all 3 of them, you can get up to 3 votes. You can have 3 times the voting power as somebody who votes on only one of them. So, yeah, vote for your favorite. And I will perhaps play the whichever one you want me to play most. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all for being here. I don't have an next week schedule yet, but I will when I have my next week schedule for my real life job. So, oh, stretch. I will stretch real quick. Yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.